Hello, my name is Angely Flores and I plan on becoming a teacher and be able to teach early childhood through 6th grade bilingual. So certain duties that teachers have on a day-to-day basis is they always have to create a lesson plan to be able to teach the students the subjects such as reading, science, or math. We would have to be able to teach the students how to interact with others. We would have to be able to observe the students and evaluate their abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. And we have to instruct the entire class or maybe small groups of students. We would have to grade the students' assignments, communicate with parents or their guardians about the child's progress, and we would have to work individually with each student to help them overcome specific learning challenges. And we need to prepare the students for standardized tests, such as maybe the STAR or other specific tests like that. We would also need to develop and enforce classroom rules to teach children proper behavior. And then we would need to supervise the children outside of the classroom. So say we go outside to the playground, I would have to be watching them constantly. So the reason that I want to be a teacher and I chose this career, it's not really because of the money, because honestly teachers don't make as much as they should be making, but I chose it because I want to be able to teach the next generation. And I know that little kids that are starting pre-K, that's the beginning of their school life, and they're going to be 8 hours in the classroom. They're going to be there Monday through Friday, and they're going to spend a lot of their lifetime there. And I know it seems like a lot, but it's 12 years of school plus then college. And I just want to be able to have their school life start in a really good, positive way. I want them to be able to want to learn, and I want them to be able to want to go to school and not just be like, ugh, I have to go to school. I want them to enjoy, make new friends, socialize, and just have fun while they're going to school. So the way that the career matches with the assessment I took on Focus 2 is my interest for it. I scored high on sharing, inquiring, and being aesthetic. And for sharing, it means that I enjoy helping others and I am more concerned about how others are learning. And I think that is a very important skill for wanting to be a teacher, because obviously you have to be able to share and help with students. And I'm very good at that apparently. Also for skills, I got managing time, speaking, and teaching. Which managing time, I am very good at managing my time. I tend to make schedules most of the time, and I schedule out my life and I schedule out my work life as well. And so I make sure that I make time for everything that I need to do, whether it's something personal I have to do or something for school or something for work that I have to do. And for speaking, I am very good at speaking now. I have gotten better at it because I have had to do many presentations at school. And so that helped me get a lot of practice into talking, and is why I'm doing this video too. And then for teaching, I guess I feel now that I noticed it, that I do try and teach others. As for work interest assessment, I ended up scoring high for social, investigative, and enterprising. And the social one was the most highest out of those two. And that is a good thing, because obviously as I want to become a teacher, I need to be able to socialize with the parent and the kids. And so whenever I saw that I scored high on that one, I guess I got better at it because I knew I struggled at first. I keep referring to my old job because that's where I have gotten the most experience in any of this. And I noticed that I did struggle at the beginning being able to communicate with parents, because it would be hard to say something negative about them. But what I learned is that when you say something negative about their child, like they did something that they weren't supposed to and you have to tell the parent, I noticed that it's also a good thing that towards the end you can be like, but they did this better and they improved on this and stuff like that. So being able to score high on social, it helped me a lot. So the educational requirements that are needed to be a teacher is I need my bachelor's degree, and anything additional I would need to be able to complete professional developmental classes, which teachers are frequently taking, and I would also need that so that I could keep my license or certificate that I get. So, apart from having a bachelor's degree, I will also need the completion of a teacher program, pass a background check, and pass a general teaching certificate test as well. And that will demonstrate my knowledge in the subject that I will teach. So, for needing an internship, I'm guessing the internship would be that depending on the state that I will work at, but most likely it will be Texas, I would need to teach with an experienced teacher by my side. So I would need their supervision during the whole time I'm teaching. And those programs cover teaching methods and child development. And I also plan to seek towards the end of my college year to see if I can be like a teacher aide or a substitute and gain more experience in that field. So any professional organization that I could start now, I guess would be to have the opportunity to be a substitute teacher. I missed the word. But that could help me so that I can begin networking by getting more experience and so that I can meet new people, meet new teachers. They could recommend me to some other schools or they can recommend me what to do, give me some tips and just help me to become a so teachers are pretty much everywhere. And that's a good thing because that means I have more different opportunities to take so that I can be a teacher and teach anywhere I'd like. If I had to relocate, I would most likely just go to another state or maybe another city, but I would try to stay in Texas as long as I can and near where I lived also. I would be interested in relocating because it would be a fun experience to meet new people and to see if there's a difference in the ways people teach here rather than somewhere else. If I was given the opportunity to be able to relocate, I probably will take it because I think it will be fun and have a good experience. And it'll be fun because I get to see new people and I can see different teaching methods that maybe I'm not used to, I've never seen before. And maybe I can get some of those teaching methods and use them for myself as well. And just make sure that if I can improve in teaching and learn new ways or new different ways, then I would be able to take it. I would gladly do it. The difference in the cost of living for this career here in Texas versus somewhere else, I would take New York for an example. New York they pay teachers a lot more money, but the reason why they do that is because the cost of living is very expensive there. So they do make enough money, but I'm pretty sure it might be similar to us because they earn more money, but they will be spending most of it on cost of rent or cost of living or anything like that. So if I were to describe the salary and standard of living, I would make around, in Texas, I would make around $59,670. And as a beginner, I would make about $33,660. And if I had to describe how my lifestyle would be and if I could be able to afford it, the answer would be no, based off of the life plan assessment that we did in class. It turns out that my annual expenses will be $92,700, and that's over a lot more than what I would make yearly. So based off of that test, it said that I was not able to afford the cost of living or lifestyle that I want. And I'd say it's not very accurate because, again, I would be a bilingual teacher, and on there I couldn't find anywhere that it said bilingual. So I would be an early childhood through 6th grade bilingual teacher, and I would also be taking advantage of summertime. So I know some people take summer classes like us, and for kids they would probably do the same or have summer camps or anything similar to that. So I would take advantage of summertime and wintertime, springtime, any time that I am available, maybe after school as well. I will take advantage of that. I do plan on having a family in the future, and I hope that my salary will be able to provide for them, since the one that I have is not very accurate to what I will be earning. And I'm hoping that if not, my future spouse will be able to provide for half of the expenses as well, because I do believe in both of us being able to pitch in half of everything. The kind of benefits that I would get as a teacher is I would get medical care and paid sick days, which is a very good thing. And I would also get a TRS, which is a teacher retirement system. So I would set that up whenever I start my contract. Also, a lot of teachers have discounts with most of the stores, so I'm guessing that would be a benefit as well. So a typical day at work for me would be to instruct the students with several subjects throughout the day, and I might be able to take them to assemblies or recess or classes taught by another teacher, and it could be such like art or music or other stuff like that. In some schools, teachers may work on subject specialization teams in which they can teach one or more two specific subjects, typically either English or social studies, or math and science. Generally, students spend half of their time with one teacher and half of their time with another. So that would mean that if I had a teacher aide, which a lot of schools are doing that nowadays, having a teacher aide with them, I would most likely be teaching them half of the time and they would be teaching the other half of the time, just so that they'll be able to get more experience. So if there's any formal attire for being a teacher, would kind of be like this. I would just need a nice blouse, maybe a blazer, if not a cardigan or anything else like that, and I would also have to be wearing slacks as well. I know that some schools have days, certain days, most likely Fridays or any fun day like that, where they can wear jeans and just like a fun appropriate shirt. But the attire for work would just be anything that's professional and appropriate. So as a teacher, I am expected to stay off of my phone unless there's an emergency or we go somewhere where I will need to be able to take pictures of the kids. Also, for social media, a teacher's not allowed to post any videos or pictures of the students unless they have the parents and school's permission as well. I know that was very well said at my old school. When I was working with the little kids, the teachers would always tell us that we would not be able to take phones with us, and we would not be able to take pictures of them or anything because the parents only consented that the teachers are able to take pictures, but not the students. As a teacher, I will also need to be professional at all times. That's how my behavior should be, and I should be able to communicate nicely with others and be respectful at all times as well. So this career is projected to grow by 3 to 5% from 2018 until 2028. Annually, there are about 800 occupations, but depending on which district I will work at and what state also is when I know that I will also be able to know if I get a job. Like, it's going to be easy for me to get a job. Well, not easy, but it will be giving me better chances of getting a job since I will have my bachelor's degree and a lot of certifications that come with it. So what I would use to launch my career is that I will be using my connections with the old teachers that I have had, because I know that they have always told me that if I ever needed help with anything, or if I wanted to continue wanting to become a teacher, which I do, that they will be able to help me and talk to some of the other people that they know and be able to get me. So the reason that I want to work for Pasadena ISD is because I have gone to their schools my whole life. That is the district that I was in, and I know how everything works. I'm very familiar with the way they do their teaching and the way their programs work and all of that. So I'm sure that will benefit me. A little bit more about Pasadena ISD district is that it has over 69 schools and it offers many opportunities that will help me gain experience, and it has over 3,857 opportunities that I will. So where Pasadena ISD is located is in Pasadena, Texas, in southeast of Harris County, and it includes the parts of Pasadena, South Houston. So the process of applying to the career that I want and work at Pasadena ISD, it includes certain qualifications, and that would be that I need my bachelor's degree, a valid Texas teaching certificate with required endorsements for the subject level that I am assigned to. Also, I will need to be able to apply online and then go to the interview that they will schedule in the future. If I was unable to find the career that I wanted, my plan B would be to work at a daycare, or maybe be a teacher aide, or maybe be a substitute teacher as well, and hope to just get more experience. And that concludes this video, so thank you for watching it. And my name is Angely Flores, and I hope to become a teacher one day.